The 2022-23 UEFA Europa Conference League is the second season of the UEFA Europa Conference League, Europe's tertiary club football tournament organized by UEFA. The final will be played at Fortuna Arena in Prague, Czech Republic. The winners of the 2022-23 UEFA Europa Conference League will automatically qualify for the 2023-24 UEFA Europa League group stage, unless they manage to qualify for the 2023-24 UEFA Champions League group stage. As the title holders of the Europa Conference League, Roma, qualified for the 2022-23 UEFA Europa League, they will only be able to defend their title if they finish third in their group. Format: the 55 UEFA national teams were divided into 4 leagues, with Leagues A, B and C featuring 16 teams each, divided into 4 groups of 4 teams. League D features 7 teams divided into 2 groups, with one containing 4 teams and the other containing 3. The teams were allocated to leagues based on the 2020-21 UEFA Nations League overall ranking. Each team will play 6 matches within their group, except for one group in League D which will play 4, using the home and away round-robin format in June and September 2022. In the top division, League A, teams compete to become the UEFA Nations League champions. The 4 group winners of League A qualify for the Nations League finals in June 2023, which is played in a knockout format, consisting of the semi-finals, third-place play-off and final. The semi-final pairings, along with the administrative home teams for the third-place play-off and final, are determined by means of a draw. The host country will be selected among the 4 qualified teams by the UEFA Executive Committee, with the winners of the final crowned as the Nations League champions. Teams also compete for promotion and relegation to a higher or lower league. The group winners in Leagues B, C, and D are promoted, while the last-placed teams of each group in Leagues A and B are relegated. As League C has 4 groups while League D has only 2, the 2 League C teams which are to be relegated will be determined by playouts in March 2024. Based on the Nations League overall ranking of the 4th-placed teams, the first-ranked team will face the 4th-ranked team, and the second-ranked team will face the 3rd-ranked team. 2 ties will be played over 2 legs, with the higher-ranked team hosting the second leg. The team that scores more goals on aggregate over the 2 legs will remain in League C, while the loser will be relegated to League D. If the aggregate score is level, extra time is played. If the score remains level after extra time, a penalty shootout is used to decide the winner. Tiebreakers for group ranking. If 2 or more teams in the same group are equal on points on completion of the league phase, the following tie-breaking criteria are applied. Higher number of points obtained in the matches played among the teams in question. Superior goal difference in matches played among the teams in question. Higher number of goals scored in the matches played among the teams in question. If, after having applied criteria 1 to 3, teams still have an equal ranking, criteria 1 to 3 are reapplied exclusively to the matches between the teams in question to determine their final rankings. If this procedure does not lead to a decision, criteria 5 to 11 apply. Superior goal difference in all group matches. Higher number of goals scored in all group matches. Higher number of away goals scored in all group matches. Higher number of wins in all group matches. Higher number of away wins in all group matches. Lower disciplinary points total in all group matches. Position in the 2022-23 UEFA Nations League Access List. Notes. Criteria for league ranking. Individual league rankings are established according to the following criteria. Position in the group. Higher number of points. Superior goal difference. Higher number of goals scored. Higher number of goals scored away from home. Higher number of wins. Higher number of wins away from home. Lower disciplinary points total. Position in the 2022-23 UEFA Nations League Access List. In order to rank teams in Leagues B and D, which are composed of different-sized groups, the results against the fourth-placed teams in these leagues are not taken into account for the purposes of comparing teams placed first, second and third in their respective groups. The ranking of the top 4 teams in League A are determined by their finish in the Nations League finals. Criteria for overall ranking. The overall UEFA Nations League rankings are established as follows. The 16 League A teams are ranked 1st to 16th according to their league rankings. The 16 League B teams are ranked 17th to 32nd according to their league rankings. The 16 League C teams are ranked 33rd to 48th according to their league rankings. The 7 League D teams are ranked 49th to 55th according to their league rankings. UEFA Euro 2024 qualifying. The 2022-23 UEFA Nations League is linked with UEFA Euro 2024 qualifying, providing teams another chance to qualify for UEFA Euro 2024. The Euro 2024 qualifying group stage will take place from March to November 2023, deciding 20 of the 23 teams that will advance to the final tournament to join hosts Germany. The 54 teams will be drawn into 10 groups after the completion of the UEFA Nations League, with the top 2 teams in each group qualifying. The draw seeding will be based on the overall ranking of the Nations League. Following the qualifying group stage, the UEFA Euro 2024 qualifying playoffs will take place in March 2024. The participants of the playoffs will not be decided based on results from the qualifying group stage. Instead, 12 teams will be selected based on their performance in the 2022-23 Nations League. These teams will be divided into 3 paths, each containing 4 teams, with 1 team from each path qualifying for the final tournament. The group winners of Nations Leagues A, B and C will automatically qualify for the playoff path of their league unless they have qualified for the final tournament via the qualifying group stage. If a group winner has already qualified through the qualifying group stage, they will be replaced by the next best ranked team in the same league. However, if there are not enough non-qualified teams in the same league, then the spot will go first to the best ranked group winner of League D, unless that team has already qualified for the final tournament. The remaining slots are then allocated to next best team in the Nations League overall ranking. However, group winners of Leagues B and C cannot face teams from a higher league. The 3 playoff paths will each feature 2 single-legged semifinals and 1 single-legged final. In the semifinals, the best-ranked team will host the 4th-ranked team, and the 2nd-ranked team will host the 3rd-ranked team. The host of the final will be drawn between the winners of the semifinal pairings. The 3 playoff path winners will join the 20 teams that already qualified for the final tournament through the group stage. Schedule. Below is the schedule of the 2022-23 UEFA Nations League. Due to the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar taking place at the end of the year, the league phase will be played in June and September 2022. The fixture list was confirmed by UEFA on December 17, 2021, the day following the draw. The fixture list for Groups A4 and B1 were amended due to the postponement of Path A of UEFA qualifying for the World Cup. The relegation playouts of League C are scheduled on the same dates as the UEFA Euro 2024 qualifying playoffs. If one or more of the teams due to participate in the relegation playouts also qualifies for the UEFA Euro 2024 qualifying playoffs, the relegation playouts will be cancelled and the teams in League C ranked 47th and 48th in the Nations League overall ranking will be automatically relegated. Seeding. All 55 UEFA national teams will enter the competition. The teams which finished bottom of their group in Leagues A and B, as well as the losers from the relegation playouts of League C, from the 2020-21 season will move down a league, while the group winners of Leagues B, C, and D will move up. The remaining teams will stay in their respective leagues. In the 2022-23 Access List, UEFA ranked teams based on the 2020-21 Nations League overall ranking, with a slight modification. Teams that were relegated in the previous season were ranked immediately below those who were promoted. The seeding pots for the league phase were based on the Access List ranking. The seeding pots, draw procedure and fixture list procedures were confirmed by the UEFA Executive Committee during their meeting in Chisinau, Moldova, on September 22, 2021. The draw for the league phase took place at the UEFA headquarters in Nyon, Switzerland, on December 16, 2021, 1800 hours set. The draw, originally planned to take place in Montreux, was held behind closed doors due to the COVID-19 pandemic. As the league phase will be played in June and September 2022, no winter venue restrictions were applied in the draw. For political reasons, Russia and Ukraine could not be drawn in the same group. Due to restrictions of excessive travel, any group could contain a maximum of one of the following pairs: Andorra and Kazakhstan, Malta and Kazakhstan, Northern Ireland and Kazakhstan, Gibraltar and Azerbaijan, Armenia and Iceland, Israel and Iceland. League A. Group A1, Group A2, Group A3, Group A4. Nations League Finals. The host of the Nations League Finals, Netherlands, was selected from the 4 qualified teams. The 4 associations of Group A4 declared interest in hosting the tournament. The semi-final pairings will be determined by means of an open draw. For scheduling purposes, the host team is allocated to semi-final 1 as the administrative home team. Bracket. Semi-finals. Third place playoff. Final. Top goal scorers. There were 126 goals scored in 48 matches, for an average of 2.62 goals per match. League B. Group B1, Group B2, Group B3, Group B4. Top goal scorers. There were 126 goals scored in 48 matches, for an average of 2.62 goals per match. League C. Group C1, Group C2, Group C3, Group C4. Relegation playouts. Top goal scorers. There were 126 goals scored in 48 matches, for an average of 2.62 goals per match. League D. Group D1, Group D2. Top goal scorers. There were 126 goals scored in 48 matches, for an average of 2.62 goals per match. Overall ranking. The results of each team are used to calculate the overall ranking of the competition, which were used for seeding in the UEFA Euro 2024 qualifying group stage draw.